Good afternoon and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Stu Nyman. I'm pleased to be here with you today, along with Andrew Blackman. Welcome to this Saturday afternoon performance. We have 9 games for you beginning at 4 p.m. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offers a win-place show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. And if these terms are new to you, we'll explain them throughout the performance. We also have a Pick 3 wager in Game 4, the high-paying High 5 jackpot that begins in Game 3 with its $2,000 guarantee. Another one of them went yesterday. One of the most popular wagers in all of parimutuel wagering, period, I would say, but at least here in Florida. And the all-new mighty Ocho jackpot beginning in Game 1. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, but placing bets is not necessary to enjoy all we have in store for you today. We do not have any scratches in today's performance. That's right. The program as you see it online, or if you've printed it out, is good. There are no scratches in today's performance. If we did have a scratch is when a player who's been scheduled to practice or to play in the performance is out with a medical issue or an injury. And we recognize that many of you are sheltering in place or safer at home or venturing out, and regardless of how you're handling things these days, we just hope that you're safe and we're healthy, and we're glad that we're able to bring you Jai-Alai sports entertainment this afternoon. And also, from what I saw yesterday, we're able to welcome some of our in-track partners back online. We see some folks at Palm Beach Kennel Club. We see some folks also at on the west coast of Florida and elsewhere. So if you're watching on the Intertrack network, welcome. And we hope the volume's up because we're doing a different type of announcing than you've heard in the past. It's not going to be too straightforward. There's going to be some conversational stuff going on. So some places aren't entirely comfortable with that if you're sitting there chomping on a cigar with a program in front of you, yelling at the screen at horses and dogs going by. But if nothing else, we're very happy that you're with us. We're happy to have a number of sites back online. More to come as we all figure out how to live through this new normal. So with no scratches, welcome you to sit back and relax because our games will begin at 4 p.m.
And before we get into the action, today's program, we have a little video that's going to explain the scoring format for the first 8 games of this performance. All these games are going to feature spectacular 7 scoring. What does that mean? Well, this video hopefully is going to clear that up for you. Take a look.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And that was a little video explaining Spectacular 7 scoring. Again, that's going to be the format for the first 8 games of action today. And then the 9th game, it's going to be a little bit different, but we'll explain that when we cross that bridge.
So Andrew, how are you today?
Stu, good to be back here, of course. It's Saturday. We got two more sessions of highlight. Well, we had 2 full days yesterday with morning and afternoon sessions, just a little bit of highlight these last 2 days of the week, but I'm expecting a pretty good week. I think yesterday we both agree, and to play the first day, that Thursday, was a little shaky throughout, got a little better towards the end, and then yesterday they picked up where they left off, got better as the day went on, and some of those later games were pretty good, so I'm expecting a big day here. Third day of the week. Guys have been practicing a lot this week. We've seen that, really working hard to get their games back into form, so I think that's going to be a good play today. That's my predictions.
Don't think there's any question about it. The last 2 days afterwards, the players obviously know if they've had an off day, either individually or as a group. Yesterday, the practice consisted of, let's see who we had. We had Ben out here. We had Kubala. Ben and Kubala consistently. I mean, they just played. Yesterday, they played for about 2 hours after the games, and obviously for those folks who are new to this program, Magic City Jai-Alai is a 3-year-old program that, as opposed to other traditional highlight frontons, which obviously operating since the 20s in many cases, bring players with amateur experience of 3 to 5 years and extensive training. Here at Magic City, players were trained from scratch when Magic City switched from Flagler Dogs to Magic City Jai-Alai. Most of these players come from significant sports backgrounds, including one player with a Super Bowl ring from the 2006 Colts. We have a 20-year-old, soon-to-be 21-year-old phenom who was one of the top 10 pitchers in the country. Coming out of high school.
Full ride to Vanderbilt, and if you know college baseball, that's a pretty good college baseball program, one of the tops in the country.
That's significant. We have so the players that you're seeing have been playing Jai-Alai for. Some never saw Jai-Alai Cesta before 2.5 years ago.
Right.
So it's a first, and we experienced some growing pains. But the one thing that you will see consistently, whether you're sitting at a track or you're one of the lovely folks who's been watching us on YouTube, is effort. Just absolutely tremendous effort. And that's what we like to see. If you're wagering on them, if you're wagering on a particular number, they're going to chase down every drop shot de Hada. They're going to dig out every rebote that they can possibly get their hands on. And
they'll go flying, full extension dive for some rebotes too. We've seen it. Maybe put some other players at risk, but that's the effort here at Magic City Jai-Alai, and something that obviously we talk about a lot, but we really love. These guys always give it their all, and that's all you can ask for on the court as they're improving every single day and getting better.
And there's no shortage of random Chad in between.
Yes,
so
no shortage.
Exactly. So, that we have I have no idea where the heck my mind's going to go with that. So, Andrew does a fantastic job of trying to keep me in check. And as far as stats are concerned, and of course the all-new, what's it called? The all-new Fantasy League?
Yes, the new Fantasy League.
Andrew is in charge of all this stuff and doing an absolutely fantastic job as I kind of creep along.
No.
So he's got that youthful energy that this always kind of needed.
Yeah. And, well, thank you, Stu. And mention that Fantasy Jai-Alai League, that if you would like to play and you are not signed up for this week, the deal with that is before the first performance of every week, we will have... Sorry, guys. It's going to be more of like a daily fantasy structure, so each player is going to have a certain dollar value. You have a budget to make your roster of 4 players that's going to be comprised of 3 singles and 1 doubles team, and you get certain points, certain amount of points based on how they finish in each game. So if your player gets a win, you will get 5 points for every win, 3 points for every place, 2 points for every show, 1 point for every quad, and then at the end of every week, the person with their 4-person team that gets the most points will win a Magic City themed prize. And we said there wouldn't be a prize this first week. It's a trial week, but corporate came down and told us we will give a prize. So check out those standings, fantasyjai-alai.com. If you would like to play, that'll be next week before Thursday's first performance. 0 minutes. Send it over to Stu.
On that note, we're ready to begin game number 1, a spectacular 7 singles match played at 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, number 37, Tennessee. Receiving the blue of post 2, number 9, Fred. Tennessee serves. Game 1 has begun. Powerful backhand to start the things off. That clipped the side wall. Tennessee sends it back. Fred's got it. Fred drops it in low. Tennessee's got that one too. Fred with the catch. Low and hard, taken by Tennessee. Outside placement by Tennessee, got right by Fred and scores, point one. That'll bring to the court the white shirt of a post 3. Here's number 29, Vuelo. Catch by Tennessee. Tennessee goes high and hard. Rabote coming out. Big backhand by Tennessee goes wall to wall. Great catch by Vuelo at the 9 line. Hard throw. Tennessee from his knees. That was not holding. He wasn't able to get it to the front wall, but he did get it off in time. That just hit too high. Point 3. Green shirt to post 4 receives. Here's Juice. Juice with a hard throw to the inside. Vuelo with a great catch. Point 3. Our next matchup has Vuelo serving to the black shirt of post 5, CRB. Nice backhand by CRB. Rabote to the outside. CRB read it, stopped it, returns at Karam. Just threw it off the court. Point 3. And Robbins getting an early start. That's the front court judge. Never has been there so a dangerous highlight for judges. Lamonte receives. Post 6. Right up the inside, that backhand goes and scores. Nicely thrown by Lamonte, point 6. Our next matchup has Lamonte serving to Cool Fitness. Ball gets by Cool Fitness on the left side and scores, point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirt at post 8, Assier. Forehand Rabote by Assier.
Yep.
That was beautiful by Assier. He got it just above the pad to score, point 8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points. First to return, post 2, Fred. Big bounce will score for Assier. That was a nice deep serve right to the corner where it should go. Point 8. Receiving post 1, Tennessee. Strong backhand throw by Aussier. Rebote by Tennessee. Aussier from the forehand. Tennessee from the backhand. Reverse 2-all. Scores. But the question was, what is a reverse 2-all or a clip? A clip. Tennessee said it was a clip. Point 1. Green shirt at post 4. Juice receives. Tennessee looks for the rebote. Juice got out of the way. Big bounce. Juice brought it down. And threw it in the pad. Point 1. Possible game point. Red shirt at post 1. Tennessee trying to stop him. CRB. Tennessee comes back over the top. Picada's the throw. That means big bounce brought down by CRB. Rebote forehands up. Caught, but not held on to. That is point in game to the red shirt of post 1. Tennessee. 1 wins it. 3 serves 8. This is for second and third place. Catch by Vuelo. Karen by Vuelo. Thrown nicely. Aussier stops it. Throws it back. And it scores on the return. Eight places, 3 shows. Unofficial order finish 1, 8, 3. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results are official from game number 1, coming in first, post 1, Tennessee. Taking second, post 8, Aussier. Coming in third, post 3, Vuelo. There are your prices from game 1. $2 quinella. That's first and second in any order, 1-8 or 8-1, $39.60. The exacta 1-8, 111 even. Trifecta 183. That's first, second, and third place finishing 162.20, and a very respectable win price from the first game. 1 to win, returning $19.60. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 2, a spectacular 7, a singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in our second game. Post time for game 2, just 7 minutes away, and that's how we like to start off a performance. The way that of course, we're speaking specifically about Magic City Jai-Alai. We're not talking about Jai-Alai that existed 20, 30 years ago. But no, I will say this also, and I'm talking specifically about the qualities. Guys catching, throwing. Look, Saturday matinee performances at traditional Jai-Alai frontons sometimes started off rough.
Yeah.
I announced many of them, and sometimes Saturday mornings were a little rough. But clearly here, our first game often sets the tone for how the rest of the performance is going to go.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's no question that we saw some good kill shots. There's no question that we saw some good focus. We're coming off 2 days of long Jai-Alai, 18 games of Jai-Alai. And overall off to a good start today, so we're very pleased about that.
Yeah, and I think as athletes coming from an athletic background, these guys really like to get into a rhythm. And that first day, coming back from a couple days off, they practice, but, nothing really resembles that on-court play, and you don't get much better unless you're really playing on the court and really improving that way. So these guys, they all they can practice for hours and hours, and much of them have, but really they just got to go out there and prove to themselves that they can do it. And that first game was a big indicator that today is, as you said, going to be a really solid day. Good catching, a lot of shot variety. So very pleased. I mean, definitely best game one of the week.
And making predictions and highlight about how our guys are going to play sometimes is a little risky. And then the second game comes out, drop, overserve, drop, overserve. But the important thing is that the guys know that.
Yeah.
That the guys absolutely know when they're not, and they will try to tune it up.
And a big win there also for Tennessee. We mentioned the Golden Cesta. That's a Player of the Week award given to the person with the most wins every week in singles play. Tennessee. Well, coming into the day, Tennessee was 1 win behind Bueno and Vuelo. Both of them had 3 wins. Now Tennessee, that's his 3rd win on the week to go along with 2 places and 1 show. So in the money just under 50% of his games this week, winning over 20% of his games this week, one of the highest percentages on the roster. So, Tennessee, if you look at the numbers too, overall on the year, Tennessee, a guy with a lot of places and a lot of shows as well. So that really means, he's getting in the money a lot. One of the highest percentages on the roster. Total on the year, let's take a look at that number. He's at just under 48%. So right around half of his games, Tennessee's in the money. And, really just improving. And you see a guy with a lot of places and a lot of shows. We talked about it before, one of those middle game players. He gets a couple more games, but that also shows he's right on the cusp of, really, turning those places and shows into wins and making a big leap in this program.
Which will be good to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which would definitely be good to see. And obviously, the second, I say obviously because it's a reflexive thing that I just kind of say,
yeah,
which nothing is obvious about it.
Yes, we don't need to insult.
But coming up in game 2, we're seeing a slightly improved group of players, or a slightly more dominant group of players. We have players that play exclusively what we would call early games here. We bring in some of the middle to late game players that come in game 2. Obviously, we have Andrew Luck making an appearance, Ben making an appearance. Ben absolutely a standout this year. The one thing that Ben is doing, some folks will look at Ben and say, oh, that, the form. Form is something that's going to develop over time.
Absolutely.
Lots of time, not 2.5 years. It's going to develop over more time than that. But the one thing that Ben is doing, I would argue, better than anyone else on the roster, save Douglas, who does most of the stuff pretty well.
Pretty good, yeah.
He's catching that ball on the left side, and he's a left-handed player.
Yeah.
He is stopping balls on the left side that he never would have even thought about stopping in the first year. Much better than he played second year. Ben, one of the hardest working players on this roster as far as getting here early, staying late, practicing an hour and a half after every performance, taking coaching. I've just been so impressed with Ben. And as far as putting forth effort, so folks who are out there who may be at one of the other tracks that are betting on us right now, or folks at home who may be placing a bet on this, and of course you don't have to place a bet in order to enjoy, but it's like who do you want? Do you want the guy with really good form who throws up his hand when the ball doesn't go his way, or do you want the guy who's going to go head first into the front wall, chase down every ball, make these great catches like Ben does on the left side, and obviously several of our other players? So Ben gets a total A for effort.
Yes.
In addition to an A for effort, he also just is really improving his game day in and day out. We have about a minute till we go.
And I think also back in his days playing tight end at the University of Miami, I think, as a receiver, you're used to catching maybe passes over your shoulder. So those balls that might seem like difficult catches for Ben, the ones that are a little bit like over his shoulder, he seems to make those catches a lot more than most other players. It makes it look particularly easy. Those hard catches, he's really good at tracking the ball. And I think that's one of his skills that really has translated from the football field onto the court. So that's good to see there for Ben. And see how he does in this game. On the year there, Ben, give you his total stats. Ben, 8 wins, 5 places, and 12 shows. So see if he can get number 9 here.
Let's see how he does in game 2. We are ready to begin our second game. A spectacular 7 singles match, played at 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Starting it off, serving in the red shirt at post 1 is Cool Fitness. Receiving blue post 2 is CRB. Our first matchup has Cool Fitness serving to CRB. There's the serve. Our second game has begun. Rebote left side by Cool Fitness. CRB takes it in the air. Could not hold on to it. Point 1. That'll bring to the court the white shirt of post 3, Vuelo. It's a powerful reverse to the inside by Vuelo. Escapa. That ball escaped from the forehand of Cool Fitness to the outer screen, point 3. Green shirt at post 4 receives. Here's Jedden. What a catch by Vuelo. Right on the tip at the sidewall. Jedden's there. Hard throw. Vuelo again. Clipped the sidewall. Jedden's got it in the air. Sends it back to pass. Robote to the outside. Vuelo hangs in there. Here's Jedden at the 9 line. To the inside he goes. Great pickup by Vuelo. Robote by Jedden. Ball missed. Well played by Vuelo and Jedden. Jedden gets the point. Black shirt at post 5 receives. Here's El Barba. Beautiful backhand throw by El Barba way out to the Robote. Ball tipped, point 4. Yellow shirt at post 6 receives. Here's number 22, Bueno. Strong backhand throw by Bueno. Robote left side by Jedden. What a Robote. Beautiful to the inside. Bueno cut it off. Robote just missed on the forehand. Point 6. That'll bring to court the pink shirt post 7. Our next matchup has Bueno serving to Ben. Powerful backhand by Ben. Bueno on the Robote. It clipped. Ben got it. Good catch. Showing good control in that throw, but Bueno's got it in the air. 2-all. Beautifully executed by Bueno. Ben, good job trying to get there, but that 2-all cut out at about the 4 line. Very nice. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive. Purple shirt at post 8, Anderluck. Anderluck passes from the left side. Bueno on the Robote. Anderluck takes it in the air. Looks to pass it again from the forehand. Bueno for the Robote. He goes to the floor. Ball tipped at the 7 line. Point 6. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return, post 2, CRB. Powerful backhand by Bueno. CRB didn't take it in the air, but he did make the Robote. Robote forehand by CRB. Catch by Bueno. Forehand Robote by CRB. Bueno's got it. Winds up. Puts it inside. CRB on the run. It scores. Well thrown by Bueno. Point 6.
Yeah, Bueno's been throwing that 2-all a lot. That time kept it to the inside, which scored. Nice shot for him.
Possible game point for Bueno in post 6. Trying to stop him. Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness, great catch. Hard backhand. Bueno comes back to the 11 line to make the catch. Forehand rebote. Up, and away. Point and game 2. The yellow shirt at post 6. Bueno. That was a perfect game. 4 places, 3 serves to 1. This is a playoff for 3rd place. Point and show to post 3, Vuelo. Unofficial order finish 6-4-3. Results are official from Game 2. Coming in first, post 6, Bueno. Taking second, post 4, Jedden. Coming in third, post 3, Vuelo. Quinella 4-6. Actually, I'm reading prices before they're even up. That's something
I was going to say, you got a 6 cents? I was like, what is the Quinella?
No, that's what you used to do when you used to have to write down the prices really quickly so you could get them in, was you used to announce what the Quinella exact and trifecta were just based on what you wrote down.
I was going to say,
but
Bueno Jedden.
Here they are on the board.
Yeah.
So the
Pretty
$2 Quinella, 4-6. That's 4-6 or 6-4, first and second in any order, $39.20. And the trifecta, 6-4-3. That's first, second, and third place finishing, $117.80. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our third game, the first of 3 doubles games here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Game 3 also begins the High Five Jackpot. High Five Jackpot does have a $2,000 guarantee. Correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 in the High Five. And you could win that $2,000. Must be the only ticket. If there's more than one ticket that correctly picks that, you'll split half of that which is wagered into today's High Five. Just one of the rules we got. Do you have a video or something?
And before we get into our first doubles game of the afternoon, we understand there's a lot of new people following this sport of Jai-Alai and may not understand the rules of how to win and how to lose. Well, this video will hopefully clear that up for you. Here's winning and losing in Jai-Alai.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And that was Jai-Alai Explained for those of you new to the sport. Hopefully that clears up some of the rules. There's not too many. A couple ways that you can sit back on the bench or stay on the court. And we hope that helped clear everything up for you all. And before game number 3, let's preview these doubles standings and doubles matchups. Well, Diaz injury with the injury to Diaz in rock as well. Every single team in game number 3, actually every team playing today, are all their correct doubles teams with their assigned partners. So all of these games, very important today. There's 8 teams, 8 full teams of doubles play, not including players that are scratched, and all those 8 teams will go at each other 3 times today. So let's update those standings. And certainly distancing themselves from the pack, the team of Douglas and Lamonti. 4 wins on the week, 2 places, 1 show in the money. Just under, actually, 2/3 of the time. And they are leading in the overall standings with 14 wins. This first doubles tournament will last through the end of June, pretty much. The date of the final day of play will be June 27th. So the players have just about a month of play left in this doubles tournament, 3 doubles games a day. So all these games getting more important as the season goes on. So Douglas and Lamonti in first place with 14 wins. In second place, the team of Tennessee and Bueno with 7. And in third place, team of Asier and Kubala. They have 6 wins in the young doubles season. And both of those teams, Tennessee and Bueno and Kubala and Asier, the team of Douglas and Lamonti have won 4 games this week, which is the tops of any doubles team. And they're trying to distance themselves from the pack early, but if it wasn't for the effort by the teams of Kubala and Asier and Tennessee and Bueno, this doubles tournament and the standings would be a lot more distant than they are. 3 wins for the team of Kubala and Asier this week, pretty much in the down and out, and what an impressive week for that team. A $2 value if you're playing that fantasy side, and really exceeding expectations there. So certainly that price going to hop up in a great week for that team, have now slid into second place. And then Tennessee and Bueno have also won 3 games. So out of the 11 games with players with their assigned teams that have won this week, Stu, 4 of those wins have gone to Douglas and Lamonti, 3 of them Kubala and Asier, 3 of them Bueno and Tennessee. So the wins really sticking with those 3 powerhouse teams right now.
And the thing that we need to get away from today that we talked about yesterday is, obviously strategy comes with experience and with time.
Yeah.
And you can't get Douglas on the brain. And so I did speak with a couple players last night because I said, I didn't know if they were keeping it away from Douglas or trying to play the weaker of the 2 players, which is Lamonti. Yeah. They were trying to play the weaker of the 2 players, Lamonti. Lamonti was here practicing for 2 hours last night on 2-alls, just stopping 2-alls. And when they throw it over Douglas's head and throwing that Robota. And I got a little loud with the players because remember, I don't, I help train and coach in the off season and stand there with them. It's like, how many points are you guys willing to throw away playing just play highlight, throw the ball. If you don't have the shot, don't be pressured to throw the shot. You're going to throw it off the court and you're going to give them easy points. And they actually gave them 4 of the 7 points that it took to win the game yesterday. So that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah,
so
you have no chance, right? And
exactly.
You're giving them
so
3 points. Yeah,
that type of thinking sometimes gets into this, and we'll see. Who knows if it sticks, but we'll see. We'll see what happens today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin game number 3, a spectacular 7 doubles match, the first of our 3 doubles games in today's performance. And this, the 3rd year of Magic City Jai-Alai, Same front quarters paired with the same back quarters. We're going to have a slight delay of game here, ladies and gentlemen.
Folks, it seems like we may have jinxed the no scratches here in these doubles. As Fred seems to have hurt his back warming up in this game, so he will scratch in this doubles game, and Anderluck will take his place. So give us a moment here. Fred hurt his back on the last serve in that practice, so he will be scratched in this game, and Anderluck will replace him. So we're going to hold the ball for a moment here while Anderluck.
So the official announcement of the sub is there's a late scratch literally occurring as we were starting the game.
Yeah.
Game 3, post 6. Scratch. Fred. Replace Fred with Anderluck. So game 3, post 6 is now Anderluck in Ikeda. Game 3, post 6 is now Anderluck in Ikeda. This is a late scratch of Fred. Game 3, post 6. Scratch Fred. Replace Fred with Anderluck. And when we have a late scratch like that, ladies and gentlemen, we will give you a bit of time that we can. We're going to have Anderson come out here and throw a few balls so that he's ready, since he did not have a chance to practice before this. So Anderson's going to come out here and he's going to throw 3 or 4 balls. Once again, this is a notice of a late scratch. Game 3, post 6. Scratch Fred. Replace Fred with Anderluck. Game 3, post 6 is now Anderluck and Ikeda.
Again, while we have a couple more minutes now, as Anderluck is throwing around, getting warmed up for the late scratch of Fred. Running through the double standings again, if you missed it the first time. So double standings are based just on team wins, and team wins are only wins with your assigned partner for the tournament. Run down the standings, full standings for you for the doubles. We mentioned the team of Douglas and Lamonti. They're in first with 14 wins in this doubles tournament. Second place, the team of Tennessee and Bueno with 7. Third place, Kumala and Asier with 6. Fourth place, Carballo and Juice. They have 4 wins. Anderluck and Diaz with 3 wins. Diaz injured himself in the first performance. Actually, I believe game 2 of Thursday's performance. Hopefully he'll be back soon for that team. They have 3 wins. Ben and El Barba, they have 2 wins and played a couple less games. And then Vuelo and CRB with 2, and Jedden and Cool Fitness do not have a win. Only doubles team not on the board. Whistles blow. We are ready to begin play in this third game.
And once again, that was to accommodate the late scratch of Fred. That comes up in post 6. We're now ready to begin game 3. Spectacular 7 scoring. Serving, red shirts at post 1, Bueno and Tennessee. Receiving, blue at post 2, Cool Fitness and Jedden. There's the serve. We begin game 3. Beautiful rebote thrown by Jedden. Ball tipped by Bueno up in the front court, point 2. Two on the board in this game. Now receiving, white shirt at post 3, El Barba and Ben. Catch by El Barba. Outside placement by El Barba. Scores. Well thrown, point 3. That'll bring into the court the green shirts of post 4, Lamonte and Douglas. Lamonte went for the serve, missed it. Point 3. Black shirts at post 5 receive. Here's Juice and Carballo. Powerful backhand by Carballo. What a catch by Ben. Carballo from the 9 line. Picada. Big bounce. Stopped by Ben on the forehand. Robote left side. Saved by El Barba and scoring point 3. Great communication there by Ben and El Barba. Yellow shirts of post 6 with the substitute. We have Ikeda and Anderluck. Anderluck substitutes for the late scratch of Fred. Anderluck moves up, makes the catch. Blasts the forehand. Robote coming way out. Nice Robote by El Barba. Good catch by Anderluck. Great catch by El Barba. El Barba goes deep. Robote forehand by Ikeda. El Barba's got it. Ikeda goes to the floor, makes the save, and it scores. That was excellent, excellent play by Ikeda, showing great control to get that ball to the front wall. Pink shirts of post 7 are receiving. We have a CRB and Vuelo receiving. Catch by Ikeda. Cortada by Ikeda. Scores. Well thrown, point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive the purple shirt of post 8. This matchup has Ikeda serving to Asier and Kubala. Powerful forehand by Anderluck. Good catch by Kubala. Ikeda on the catch. Kubala from the 10 line. Anderluck went for it on the right side at the 12 line. Tough catch. Point 8. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return, post 1, Bueno and Tennessee. Tennessee from the forehand. Tennessee goes deep from the right side, throwing it hard and out, and that Robote got hooked. Point 1. 1 serves to post 2, Cool Fitness and Jedden. Bueno moves all the way across court to make the catch, but ball was not controlled on that catch. That's why he lost it. Point 2. Green shirts at post 4, Lamonte and Douglas receive. Powerful backhand. Great catch by Cool Fitness. Douglas with the catch. Douglas blasts the forehand. Great catch by Jedden. Good catch by Douglas. Hard to the inside. What a catch by Cool Fitness. Douglas, powerful backhand. Robote coming out. Jedden. Robote to the outside. Will score. Well thrown by Jedden. Point 2. Possible game point for the blue shirts of post 2, Cool Fitness and Jedden. Trying to stop them, post 5, Juice and Carballo. Jedden called for the rebote, laid it up, Juice caught it. Point 5. Receiving, post 3-0, Barba and Ben. Ben from the backhand. Powerful reverse. Point 5. Pink shirts at post 7 receive. CRB and Vuelo. Vuelo with the catch. Hard throw. Carballo calls for it. Catches it. Throws it hard. Vuelo's there. Vuelo. Point 5. Possible game point. Post 5. Good catch. Bye. That ball's tipped. But whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. Tipped in the front court. Point 6. Robote saved by Ikeda. He digs it out. Here's Asier. Interlock from the 7 line. Hard throw to the inside. Robote. Ikeda makes the catch. Sidearm carom rifled, but rifled into the pad. Point 8. Eight has 3 points. Receiving post 1. Bueno and Tennessee return. Tennessee with a strong forehand. Robote. Good effort by Tennessee to get there. Point 8. Possible game point for the purple shirts of post 8, Asier and Kubala. Trying to stop them. Post 4, Lamonte and Douglas. Douglas from the forehand. Powerful, powerful forehand. Will score. Point 4. Orr's on the board with 2 points, returning with possible game point. The blue of post 2, Cool Fitness and Jedden. They have 5 points. Point 4. Lamonte and Douglas have 4 points. They serve to post 3, the white shirts, El Barba and Ben. El Barba picks the serve. That's a beautiful 2-all thrown by El Barba. Wonderfully executed. Point 3. Possible game point for the white shirts of post 3, El Barba and Ben. Trying to stop them, post 7, CRB and Vuelo. Ben going for the save, falls just short. Point 7, play continues. All teams are on the board with at least 2 points, but returning with possible game point, the black shirts of post 5, Juice and Carballo. Good serve by CRB. Vuelo. Powerful left side to the inside. Good catch by Carballo. Point in game, post 5. That's the social distance celebration. 5 wins it. 8, 2, and 3 will play off for second and third place. 8 first serves to 2. Rebote by Kubala. It's a 2-all. Lands wide. Jedden and Cool Fitness place. 3 serves 8. This is show point or third place. Final matchup of the third game. Powerful backhand. Rebote coming all the way out. Beautiful rebote thrown by El Barba. Point 8. Point and show, which is the third place finish to the 8 team, Asier and Kubala. Results from Game 3. Our official is posted. Coming in first, post 5, Juice and Carballo. Taking second, post 2, Cool Fitness and Jedden. Coming in third, post 8, Asier and Kubala. The 5-2-8 is the official order finish for our third game.
Yeah, those games are always pretty interesting, Stu, seeing all those points on the board and which team is really going to be the one that goes out there and closes it out. You know, sometimes in those cases you get really good points and guys are just playing great high line, sending teams back to the bench, and right there, just an example of a point that, you know, kind of got lucky, hit right that crack of the side wall, took a bit of a bounce there, but a big win for the team of Juice and Carballo. All you can do is throw it where your opponent's not. That one certainly found a way to get there and score, so 5 wins now for the team of Juice and Carballo, puts them in a tie for 4th place in the double standings. 5 wins, tied with Ikeda and Fred now.
There are prices from Game 3. The $2 Canelo 2-5, that's first and second inning, or 2-5 or 5-2, $61.40. Nice trifecta. That's first, second, and third place finishing 5-2-8, returning $7.91 even. 8 to show. Don't often talk about show prices here. But 8 to show, $24.60. Not bad for a $2 wager, huh? Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 4, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 4 does begin today's Pick 3. It does begin today's Pick 3. Correctly pick the winners of Games 4, 5, and 6 to play the Pick 3.
And folks, we had a late scratch in game number 3 before Fred went out for game 3. Suffered an injury to his back. Looks like he is done for the day, so how that's going to affect game number 4. Post 6, we're going to scratch Fred and replace Fred with Ben. Game 4, post 6. Going to scratch Fred and replace Fred with Ben. That is for game number 4. And again, kind of a interesting circumstance that is before went out to play, Fred tweaked his back a little bit. Looks like he's going to be done for the day. And we will get you the other scratches as soon as we have them. But for game number 4, I'd like to give you that one. We're going to have Ben for Fred in game number 4, post 6. Ben will replace Fred, who has been scratched with an injury. And that is a late scratch for Fred.
And ladies and gentlemen, when we have a late scratch, we typically sit and we shuffle things around and
a lot
see
of paper movement.
who's here and who's feeling well, and then obviously we try to get the matchups as fair as we can. Ron, who is back, he's a little rusty, and also dealing with a bit of a knee issue. Playing additional games, probably not in his best interest, so we can get some nice play from him through November. So as looking ahead, as Andrew just mentioned, we have a scratch game 4, post 6, as Andrew mentioned. Ben goes in for Fred. And as we take a look at the rest of the program, let's look at game 5, post 5. Fred is out. Fred again will be played with Anderluck. Game 5, post 5. Scratch Fred, replace Fred with Anderluck. Game 6, no scratches. Then in Game 7, post 3, scratch Fred, replace Fred again with Anderluck. So today in the 3 doubles games, Anderluck will play with Ikeda as the official scratch replacement for Fred, who was injured right before the beginning of Game 3.
And for the fantasy, how that's going to impact fantasy, well, just like in fantasy football, if a guy goes down in the first quarter, or, whatever the situation, obviously it's unfortunate if you happen to draft that person to your team, but, you're not going to be getting any more points there if you have Fred on your fantasy team, or maybe Fred and Ikeda for the doubles as well. Not sure about the extent of the injury, but certainly Fred will not be playing the rest of today. And so for that fantasy, unfortunately, if you had Fred or the team of Ikeda and Fred, just like in regular fantasy sports, if your player is injured during the week and after your lineup has been set and play has been started, that's just, unfortunately, that's just one of those things in fantasy that everyone has to deal with. Everyone's dealt with it fantasy football-wise before. Understand it may be frustrating. We've all been there. But that's a situation. It happened midweek, so Fred got you some points if you took him in the singles. 1 win in 1 place, but looks like that's 8 fantasy points. But they will not be playing the rest of this day, and if you had him, there's no substitutes for fantasy, just like in regular fantasy sports once it's started. It's kind of unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles there.
No, scratches are unavoidable. I mean, they really are. We don't like them, and then, unfortunately with some of these guys, especially when there's a championship online or with these points, no, let me stay in, let me stay in, let me stay in. But especially with soft tissue injuries, as many people know out there, is if you have a pull, a strain, or the difference between that and moving that to a small tear is significant. And then you're talking about significant timeout, whereas now it's best to get there, get ice on it, anti-inflammatories, hopefully get in to see the doc. Memorial Day makes that a little difficult, but hopefully by Tuesday. But Fred's never had a back injury before, so we want to make sure that he's okay.
And again, Fred, update his statistics on here. We talked about how Fred and Juice, the brothers Joseph, had pretty similar statistics. Still pretty much the same. 3 wins, 3 places, and 7 shows for Fred on the year. So hope a speedy recovery for him as we begin game number 4.
We now begin our 4th game. This is a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, we have Lamonte. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Asier. There is the serve. Game 4 begins. Lamonte for the rebote to the inside. Asier moves up, holds onto it. Great catch by Lamonte. Good catch by Asier. Ball tip, point 1. Our next matchup has Lamonte serving to the white shirt of post 3. Number 29, Vuelo receives. Ball tipped off the serve. Point 1. Green shirt of post 4 receives. Number 18, CRB. Catch by Juice. Ball tipped, point 5. Juice now serves to the yellow shirt of post 6. Here's Ben. Ben substitutes for Fred. Big backhand by Ben. Catch by Juice. That was supposed to be a Dejada, but it came to the 7 line. Ben's got it, rifles it. Juice has got a shot at this rebote. Beautiful rebote by Juice. Juice gets out of the way. Ben puts it inside. Juice on the run. What a great effort by Juice to make that rebote. Here's Ben. Picada, the big bounce, goes up. Juice going for a rebote at the 12 line with nothing coming off of it. That is a great effort by Juice. Juice again. That's a little too wild. Great effort by Juice to keep that point alive. Point 6. Here's post 7 in the pink shirt. Cool Fitness. A hard throw by Cool Fitness to the inside. Ben's there. Ball tipped at the 7 line, point 6. Last matchup of the first round. Ben serves to Tennessee. Big backhand, stays away from the overhead screen. Ben's there. Ben throws it. Tennessee stopped it. Maybe from going off the court. Ben's got it. Good catch by Ben. Good backhand. Tennessee hangs in there for the rebote. Swing and a miss. 0.6. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return in the second round is the blue at post 4, Asier. That's what we advise them. If there's even a question, go for it, just in case, but... Point 2. This matchup has Asier serving to the white shirt at post 3. Voileau. That's a powerful forehand by Voileau, high to the front wall. Asier, rebote going to the outside, went a little wide. Point 3. Here's post 1, Lamonte. Good catch by Voileau. Point 3. Voileau has 4 points. He serves the returning 4 post. CRB. Voileau with a hard throw. CRB with a great catch. Hard backhand. Rebote comes to the inside. Attempted rebote to the outside. Way too short. Point 4. CRB has 3 points. He serves to Juice, who returns on the black of post 5. Good catch by CRB. Hard throw on the wall, and a great catch by Juice. Scoop, missed, 0.5. Juice has 3 points. He serves to the returning 7 post in the pink shirt. This matchup has Juice serving to Cool Fitness. Powerful throw. Oh my, that got away from him. Escaped. 0.5. Possible game point, black shirt at post 5. Juice trying to stop him. Tennessee. Tennessee on the backhand. Strong backhand. Rebote coming out as a line drive. Swing and a miss. Midcourt, 0.8. Tennessee serves to Ben in this next matchup. 8 serve 6. Catch by Tennessee midcourt. He sends it back hard. Robote for Ben. Robote stays. Ben took some off that, make sure he maintained control. Came off softly and scored. 0.6. Possible game point for Ben here, trying to stop him. Assier. Powerful backhand by Assier. Ben on the Robote. Assier back to the 12 line to make the catch. Good catch by Ben. He stops it, returns it hard from the backhand. Assier on the run. Good Robote by Assier. He got out of the way. Here's Ben. Ben again. Assier for the Robote again. Assier got a 2-all Robote. Ben's got a backup. He did. Couldn't get the cest on it. 0.2. Assier is on the board with 4 points, serving to post 1, returning as Lamonte. Lamonte was moving up, expecting a serve to drop out of the box, but it didn't. Came back. That scores. Good serve by Assier, 0.2. Possible game point for Assier in the blue at post 2. Trying to stop him is Willow. Point in game, ladies and gentlemen, of the blue at post 2, Assier. Two wins it, 5 serve 6. This is for second and third place. Ben with a great catch. Comes back over the top. That gets up. Juice brings it down. Juice sends it back. Ben on the Robote to the overhead screen. Five comes in second. 6 comes in third. Unofficial order finish. 2, 5, 6. Your results from Game 4 are official. Coming in first, post 2, Assier. Taking second, post 5, Juice. Coming in third, post 6, Ben. Ben substituted for Fred. Overall, not bad playing that game. Not exceptional, but definitely not bad. Guys working hard. There were a few unforced errors. Consolation in the Quinella. $2 Quinella 2-all, $4. $2 Quinella 5-all, $6.80. And the trifecta. 2 5-all, $110.20. When you see an all on the board like that, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you new to parimutuel wagering, that means that though it came in 2 5 6, that no one had the 2 5 or the 5 2 exact. So you take that 2 in the Quinella, you take that 2 and that 5 and put them with all numbers, and that's the consolation payoff. In the trifecta, no one had the 2 5 6. So you go to 2 5-all in the trifecta. Don't often see trifecta consolations, but that's a trifecta consolation. 2 5 with all numbers, returning 110.20. That's a nice payoff on a consolation. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 5th game, the second of our 3 doubles games in today's performance. Next game is played 2, 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. It's a reminder that Fred was a late scratch. Game 5, post 5. Scratch Fred, replace Fred with Anderluck. Game 5, post 5. Scratch Fred, replace Fred with Anderluck. Game 5, post 5 is now Anderluck with Ikeda.
And Stu, now you mentioned we're in our third year here at Magic City, and when this idea started from great Scott Savin, who joined us in the booth yesterday, yeah, they had a camera crew come by. They had a full documentary made about the project that we undertook here to hire and train Jai-Alai players, many of which are former athletes. It ended up being a really good documentary, taking home actually an award. So here's the preview for Magic City Hustle.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. I sell ice cream, I sell a CD.
I have a security company, a beauty salon.
I've been doing music for a very long time.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play highlights.
We're looking to transition from dog racing to Jai-Alai. I went to the university and said, listen, I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train Jai-Alai players?
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
If you're going to come into this sport, you got to be dedicated. You're going to be a piece of cake.
We knew going in, they're not going to be great the first day.
We'll be like the Jamaicans with the bobsled team. Game time now, man.
This is going to be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I got to win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Jai-Alai became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And that was a preview for Magic City Hustle. And if you would like to watch it, there's a link on the Magic City website, magiccitycasino.com. Under the Jai-Alai tab, it's actually the first tab under that Jai-Alai section. And also just magiccityhustle.com. If you want to go there, it is a $5 rental, one-time rental of $5, and you get to enjoy it as many times as you want. If you're like me, you've enjoyed it multiple times by this point, and I'm sure maybe, Stu, you have as well.
It's a great video, great movie. I mean, great documentary. I think it's excellent.
Yeah, Stu's got a couple good cameos. He's got those one-liners that he's known for, so...
I was very pleased to be part of it.
Yes.
I would have preferred that it would have been just about the players. I don't think I was a necessary addition.
Got a little comic relief. Yeah, just 2 lines, a couple seconds. You got to spread it out. A lot of emotions.
Only in this day and age is referring to your mental health and no longer taking psychiatric medications referred to as comic relief. I think
for the sake. Yeah, we're going to take that one back. But for the sake of the viewers at home. Absolutely. Yeah,
obviously.
Absolutely.
I'm very honest about what goes on. I'm very, it's look, honesty and transparency is something, if nothing else, Magic City's been known for since day
If you
one.
haven't figured that out by now with us
we're
back
very
here,
honest about what we do, and obviously we're not going to go into painful details or things that players would like to have kept secret. But, it's... what we do here is what we do here, and it's getting better year by year. We have a lot of fun. Everybody puts in a lot of effort. I mean, straight from ownership management, putting in tremendous effort into this, and
it's all around.
Oh yeah, and and this, obviously I was apprehensive about this different type of announcing. Then Scott said, "I don't care what you say, just I want you to talk. I don't want you to sit there and be silent." So, trying different things. So far, the response has been pretty good. 137 people watching on YouTube, which is wow.
Yeah, much better.
I'm impressed with that. People sitting around tracks. Of course, those folks again, you got the guy with the cigar that hasn't been smoked, but he's chomping on it in front of a program, yelling at a TV, saying, "What are these idiots talking about?"
We switch it up
on them.
down.
I want to see the manager. Get me the manager right now.
No, we talked about it a couple weeks ago too. It's just something about it. You step in and it's just addicting. I mean, I first was introduced to the game. I don't even remember the first time. I was probably, as crazy as it sounds, 6, 7 years old. And, from that day on, every single year we come to Florida, it's when are we going to Highlight? When are we going to Highlight? That was the first thing.
So sweet.
Yeah, it was the first
Little
thing.
Andrew was asking, "Daddy, can we go to Highlight?" I think
Dad,
that's
what's
wonderful.
the trifecta? Yeah. But, it's a generation. I mean, and also the thing is, a lot of people, kids my age, they didn't grow up with pari-mutuel wagering style. It's more point spreads and stuff like that. So, this pari-mutuel wagering style is different. So, of course, if you're a younger viewer, you have all those questions about, wagering and all that. Please feel free to ask in the chat section. We love to help you understand all those terms and hopefully enjoy the game as much as we do, because you see people in the chat too. They say, you get one taste of this sport in general. Could be Magic City, could be anywhere, and you're kind of hooked for life. And that's what happened to me, and we really enjoy being here and doing this for you every day.
And we're ready to begin game number 5. This is a spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points, with points doubling after the first round of play. The second of our 3 doubles games in today's performance. Serving in the red shirts at post 1, we have Oscier and Kubala. Receiving in the blue at post 2, Juice and Carballo. Our first matchup has Oscier serving against the team of Juice and Carballo. Ball missed by Carballo off the serve. Point 1. Our next matchup has Oscier serving to the white shirts of post 3, Cool Fitness and Jedden. Cool Fitness moving up. That serve came right off the side wall. You want that. You want that double serve to cross that wall. Very good. Point 1. Green shirts at post 4 will now receive El Barba and Ben. Powerful backhand by Ben. Beautiful rebote by Oscier. Another powerful backhand by Ben. But the trick with throwing that big backhand, got to keep it away from the overhead screen. Point 1. The black shirts at post 5 receive. Substituting for Fred in the front court is... Actually, Kate is in the front. Anderluck substitutes for Fred in back. Anderluck with a strong backhand. Kubala from the 9 line. Ball tipped at the sidewall. Point 1. Oscier and Kubala with 4 straight points. That'll bring to the court the yellow shirts at post 6, CRB and Vuelo. Yeah, that just wasn't good, period. No, we got to call that what it is. Point 1. Here's post 7, Bueno in Tennessee. Bueno going for the serve, knocked it down. Point 1. Straight points to a possible game point here for the red shirts at post 1, Oscier and Kubala. On the court trying to stop them. Post 8, Lamonte and Douglas. This will complete the first round of play. It's another good serve by Oscier. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Good catch by Kubala. Kubala again. Douglas from the forehand. Mid-court placement stopped on the forehand of Kubala. Kubala digs out that rebote beautifully. Here's Douglas again. Douglas sending it outside. Kubala saves it, puts it back inside. Here's Douglas. Low and hard to the inside. Kubala again, 2-all. Lands wide. That's a well-played point. That was some excellent play there by Kubala and excellent serves by Asier. 0.8 play, and this game's going to continue. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Scoop by Douglas. Back to the inside he goes. Carballo for the rebote. Rifling it. Here's Douglas. Low and hard. Passing Carballo and shooting back down to score. 0.8. 8 on the board with 3 points. Receiving, post 3. Cool Fitness and Jedden. Ball tipped. Jedden trying to take that serve and missed it. 0.8. Possible game point for the purple shirts at post 8. Lamonte and Douglas trying to stop them. El Barba and Ben. That's an overserve. Trying to keep that serve away from El Barba. Just went over. 0.4. Play continues. El Barba's now serving to the black shirts of post 5. Ikeda and Anderluck. Rebote not coming out. 0.5. Play continues. 5 on the board with 2 points. Ikeda in this next matchup is serving to the yellow shirts of post 6. CRB and Vuelo. Vuelo from the backhand. Ikeda on the forehand. Throws it hard to pass. Ball coming to the side wall. Tough for Bote to try to make there at the side wall, especially on the forehand. 0.5. Receiving the pink of post 7, Bueno in Tennessee. Anderluck from the forehand. Lost control of it and dropped it. Is what it is. 0.7. Returning with possible game point are the red shirts of post 1, Asier and Kubala. Rebote for Bueno. Bueno makes the rebote. Here's Asier in the front court. Low and hard. Tennessee's got it. Returns. Went with an underhanded throw. Didn't have control of the ball, so he just tried to get rid of it. But that is point and game. A well-earned game for Asier and Kubala. No playoff here. 8 places, 5 shows. Unofficial order finish 1-8-5.
was going to say a big week there for Asier now. Another win for that team in the doubles gives him 4 wins in doubles on the week. And then in singles play alone, Asier added, I believe, there was 2 more victories, 1 place, and 2 shows. So Asier, struggling up to this point this season, really has turned it on these past couple of days, just seemingly winning every game. And then in the doubles game with his partner Kubala. Kubala was last year's second place singles champion, and Kubala's starting to play better too, and that team just really looking much more solid than they were at the beginning of the season, no question.
And Asier, obviously, Asier Arasate.
Sure, give the last name.
His father, the great Ara from Miami Jai-Alai, tremendous champion of late 70s throughout the 80s into the 90s, and also our player manager here, someone who sits next to me, someone I have tremendous admiration for. And
we're not just saying it because he can hear us. Definitely, absolutely.
Actually, he can't hear us. He's concentrating on something else right now.
He's in.
There are the prices. The 185 is the result from Game 5. $2 Quinella. That's first and second in any order. 1-8 or 8-1, $21. The trifecta, 185, 190, 80. But in addition to the fact that that's your father, it's highlight genetic, probably not, but also the amount of pressure that Asier is under just on day in and day out.
I would have to imagine that's tough. I mean, his father, it would have been awesome to see him play. You just talk about it's like folklore all the time. I mean,
I don't believe that Asier ever saw his father play.
Yeah, but imagine having the pressure. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing with like Mike, the son of like Michael Jordan. I mean, obviously, not comparing JR to Michael Jordan, maybe is the Michael Jordan of Jai-Alai, but his sons had so much pressure on him. How can you even go out there every single day and live up to that pressure? Go out there. It's got to be in the back of your mind almost every time you step out on the court. But you know what? Credit to Asier. He gets a little emotional at times, but he is really focused now, keeping everything under control, and that's leading to wins, and that's all you can get. Adding points in the win column, and certainly doing that this week. So good week for him.
Up next is our 6th game, ladies and gentlemen, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Fred is out, but he's not in. Game 6, so Game 6 is scratch-free.
And also something pretty cool, just Jai-Alai in general, is the history of the sport. Something we have talked about a little bit here, but I mean, a really rich history for a sport that not many people, especially younger people, really know. And just, hearing those stories, it's really cool to see, where the sport used to be, back in the day. Absolutely.
It used to be a goal here in South. I mean, I don't want to repeat it on a daily basis, but my first connections with Jai-Alai go back to when I was 4 and 5 years old at Orbea's Amateur Jai-Alai, when Jai-Alai used to support 3 and 4 different facilities here. And then the rite of passage growing up in South Florida was sneaking into Miami Jai-Alai as with high school friends. There'd be 10, 15 people. Not everybody would get through, but you had to be 18 to get in, and if you were 16 and could drive there, maybe you could slip by, maybe you couldn't. But and that wasn't just for one high school.
Yeah.
So just in Miami, Connecticut has a tremendous following. Great amateur program also right now up in Connecticut. Connecticut Amateur has a fantastic program in Berlin, and some of them are going to be down here playing in the U.S. National Jai-Alai Championships, which have now been moved to July. So there are lots of people around who take Jai-Alai very seriously, and we're glad that some of them are watching in. And some of them are sometimes critical. You're entitled to your opinion. Doesn't mean that anything's going to change here,
right.
but that's just kind of the way it is. We're glad you're watching.
And we love the passionate fan base. I mean, that's all you can ask for in any sport, and we love the support in any way, and we really appreciate everyone watching. We're able to bring you just sports in any capacity during this time. Unprecedented times, certainly. And before Game 6, let's update singles standings for you. Sort these by total wins. So Asier making a leap up the board, now 4 wins in singles play. Still a little bit far back in those standings, but we'll go more towards the top. And these guys are going to be more in those feature singles games, games 8 and 9. But some of them you'll see in that doubles game, game 7, and you have seen him in these doubles games. Previously, you have Douglas in the lead with 17 wins, followed by Ikeda, 14. Anderluck and Vuelo are tied at 13 apiece, and they are tied in third place. So the singles play is going out through the duration of our highlight season here at Magic City, which goes through November 30th, and it is just purely based on wins. So the player with the most wins at the end of the year, regardless of games played, regardless of winning percentage, just total wins. Douglas has played in less games, but he's winning at a 40% clip, giving him 17 wins on the year. That's good enough for first place. The next highest on the roster we talked about a little bit yesterday is Ikeda, winning at a 20% clip. Everyone else is under that 20%. So Douglas, significantly less games, almost 30 less games than some of those other guys at the top of the standings, and just following up a terrific season last year, was our singles and doubles champion, and playing really well again this season, 17 singles wins.
And when you look at these will pays, some beautiful will pays there in that for the pick 3. Obviously, Game 6 closes out today's pick 3. We have 1 minute till post time. That's the time that we begin 6th game. We call it post time. Been called post time for a long time. We could also say, hey, that's when we begin the game. 1 minute to go. There are no scratches in Game 6. Also an impressive try pool. $1,127 in it. But once again, if you're not into the betting aspect, we hope that you enjoy we really hope that you enjoy the play.
And if you're under 18, you got the Fantasy League, free, fun, Magic City themed prizes.
I believe in advertisements that I've heard from time to time, that's what they call something for everyone.
Yes. better than the slots for tots idea we had earlier in the year, where this was a little more fun. So hope you guys want to play that. Fantasy League starts before every week of play, so picks due before the first performance of every week, 11:59 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday. You have all week to make those picks. 0 minutes to Game 6, Stu. Send it over to you.
We're ready to begin Game number 6, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Solidly what we would consider our middle games here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Serving in the red shirt, post 1 is number 1, Anderluck. Receiving the blue of post 2, number 37, Tennessee. There's the serve. We begin Game 6. Robote forehand by Tennessee. Forehand Robote again by Tennessee. Goes down low to make the save. Here's Anderluck to the inside. Strong backhand throw by Tennessee. Forehand to the outside. That landed out of play. Point 2. Tennessee gets the first point of our 6th game. Our next matchup has Tennessee serving to Ron in the white of post 3. Low runner to the inside. Thrown hard by Ron will score. Point 3. Ron now serves to the green shirt of post 4. Here's number 7, Ben. Good pickup by Ron on the backhand. Ball missed by Ben. Point 3. Ron now serves to the black shirt of post 5. Here's number 23, Ikeda. A beautiful serve by Ron straight to the corner. Scoop attempt missed. Robote Blind Rebote just getting it over his shoulder. Just missed. 0.5. Ikeda will now serve to the yellow shirt of post 6. Here's number 77, El Barba in the yellow shirt. Backhand by Ikeda. Catch by El Barba. El Barba winds up. Juggling. Ball juggled inside the cesta on that catch. 0.5. Pink of post 7 receives. Here's Bueno. Powerful backhand by Bueno. Ikeda takes it in the air. Hard to the inside he goes. Where it scores, 0.5. Here's post 8 in the purple shirt. Jedin. This will complete the first round of play. Rebote by Jedin. Played nicely. Here's Ikeda. Hard to the inside. Jedin. That was a really good effort by Jedin. A little dangerous, but real good effort by Jedin to make that rebote. 0.5. Ikeda with 4 straight points. He serves to post 1. Anderluck. The completion in the first round of play means all matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. Outside placement, beautifully thrown by Anderluck, and an even better catch by Ikeda. That outside placement by Anderluck was really beautiful, technically perfect. Great catch by Ikeda. Way to hang in there. Possible game point. Tennessee sends it high to pass. Rebote's up. Forehand rebote by Ikeda. Hard throw. Ikeda from the forehand. Sidearm carom. Tennessee read it. Stopped it. Tennessee returns a carom. Ikeda stopped that. Ikeda throws it back in. Tennessee jumped a little too soon. That is point and a well-earned game by post 5, the black shirt, Ikeda. 3 places, 2 shows. Unofficial order finish 5-3-2. See, that was just... I've always been a big fan of a strong right side, and that's one of the reasons why I talk about Anderluck quite a bit, is that he's a left-handed player who's developed not just an effective right side, but a beautiful right side. His form is picture perfect on that right side, and that outside placement was absolutely stellar. But Ikeda getting to it, that was... We were open to criticism, obviously, and we know what our shortcomings are. We know that we're overcoming those shortcomings gradually, year by year. Sometimes week by week they're getting better, but there is no one out there. Spain, France, Connecticut, North Miami, doesn't make a difference. About that play that you just saw, that outside placement, that stop, can't say anything other than it was beautiful, period.
That was great play that game, Stu, for sure.
5-3-2 was the official order of finish from Game 6. The pick 3, 2-1-5, all 3 numbers returning $338.40. Trifecta, 5-3-2, 108.20. Quinella, that's 3-5 or 5-3, $17.20. and 80 cents. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 7. That'll be the third and final doubles match in this Saturday afternoon performance. The next game is played 2. 7 points, points double after the first round of play. Remember the scratch, Game 7, Post 3. Scratch Fred, replace Fred with Anderluck. Game 7, Post 3. Scratch Fred, replace Fred with Anderluck.
Looks like Ikeda wants to get in the action for the Golden Cestus 2. Not out of it yet. His third win on the week. So just one behind Bueno now, tied with Tennessee and Vloa also. So this Golden Cestus is going to go down to the wire for week number 4. And before we get into the action in the last doubles game of the day, we've got a collection of the best 2-walls from 2019 out of all the shots. Here is the collection of the 10 best from 2019 2-wall edition. Take a look.
Fred runs up, saves it, reverse. That's an excellent 2-wall rebote thrown by Cool Fitness. Diaz with the catch. Another 2-wall scores for the win. Beautiful 2-wall thrown by Douglas to
what
score.
A finisher.
Rebote thrown by Ben. Carballo's there, winds up another one. Costado, 2-wall's gonna score. Here's Ben. Scoop by Douglas. Costado by Douglas, 2-wall will score for the win.
Up Carballo, played outside. That one hits Ben. That one will hit.
Wow.
And score.
Karam by Jedden, stopped by Bragley. Bragley for the 3-wall play. Rebote's going to the outside. Jedden's there. Returns a 2-wall to score.
Rebote out, nice save. Anderluck out of the air, fires this one high off the back wall again. Another Rebote save going to the ground with one hand. That one will score.
Soft 2-wall. Fitness read it, caught it, returned it. 3-wall play coming way out. Juice is there.
Wow!
Juice got a 2-wall rebote that scored.
Oh, man.
Wow. Karam, stopped by Diaz. On the fly, he threw a 2-wall rebote.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Those were the best 2-walls from the 2019 season, and we're going to have a whole top 10 series. There's going to be more of those. We had the rebotes already. Some of you have seen that if you've joined us in other sessions of play. We have the 2-walls right now, but we got a bunch more, including some of the top plays from just some of the months last season. So a lot more to come with those top 10s. We hope you enjoyed those. And Stu, one point to address. There was a question about fantasy lineups in the chat there. This week's fantasy play, the lineups are going to be, the prices and all that are going to be changed at the end of every week. Those are going to come after, probably Monday morning. Those lineups are going to be set for the next week's play. So if there's issues with entries, although we believe there shouldn't be any issues with entries right now, but for next week, you're going to want to wait to get those in because the prices are going to change for all those players. So probably by Monday in the morning, those prices will be up and changed so you can get your lineups in starting Monday, and you'll have until Thursday to do that just to clear it up.
Sounds good. We have just 1 minute till post in game number 7. That's the time that we begin our 7th game. It's the third and final doubles game in this Saturday performance. And don't forget, we're back tomorrow, 12 noon, with 9 more games. We still have 3 games to go in today's performance, but this is the last doubles. Reminder, the scratch, game 7, post 3. Take out Fred, replace Fred with Anderluck. We now begin game number 7, a spectacular 7 doubles match. This game is played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 7 closes out today's high 5 jackpot. Serving in the red shirts of post 1, we have the team of CRB and Vuelo. Receiving the blue of post 2, Bueno and Tennessee. There's the serve. We begin game 7. Rebote by Vuelo. Here's Tennessee. Vuelo from the forehand. Catch by Bueno. Catch by Vuelo. Vuelo sends it back deep. Nice placement from the forehand of Vuelo. Bueno sent that one to the overhead screen. Point 1. Our next matchup has CRB serving to the white shirts of post 3. Ikeda and Anderluck. Anderluck substitutes for Fred. Point 3. That'll bring to the court the green shirts of post 4, Asier and Kubala. Great catch by Anderluck behind the 12 line. Asier reaching in at the 8 line. That's a great catch by Asier. Rebote by Kubala. Ikeda moving up aggressively, firing it from the forehand. Kubala cuts it off on the backhand. Great catch by Anderluck. Here's the reverse. Caught by Kubala at the 9 line. Mid-court placement taken by Anderluck. Anderluck sends it back, crossing the wall. Here's Ikeda from the 5 line. What a hard throw. That scores. Beautifully played on the cortada. Point 3. For those of you new to Highline, the cortada thrown low and hard, crossing the sidewall very low, coming back at the player's knees. Black shirt, post 5, El Barba and Ben receive. Ben on the backhand. Nice and strong. Ball tipped in the front court. Point 3. That'll bring to the court the yellow shirts of post 6. Here's Lamonte and Douglas. Ball gets by Douglas on the left side and scores. Point 3. Ikeda and Anderluck have 4 points. Here's post 7, the pink shirts. Jedden and Cool Fitness. Good catch on the forehand of Anderluck. Anderluck blasted the forehand a little too hard. That hit the overhead screen coming off the front wall. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirts of post 8, we have Juice and Carballo. That ball stuck to the side wall. Good catch by Carballo. Jedden dropped it on the backside. Point 8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points. First to return in the second round, Bueno, Tennessee. Bueno picked the serve. Rifles the reverse. Carballo for the rebote. Great catch by Bueno. Hard backhand by Bueno. Good catch by Carballo. Bueno from the forehand. Holds onto it. Plays it hard. Throws it to the feet of Carballo. Carballo turns. Makes a nice controlled rebote. Ball tipped on the run. Point 2. Receiving, post 1, CRB and Vuelo. Vuelo from the forehand. Bueno going for it mid-court. Just missed the catch on the left side. Point 1. Here's post 4, the green shirts, Asier and Kubala. Powerful backhand taken in the air by Vuelo. Asier from the right side. That's a fantastic catch by Vuelo. He overthrew it, but Asier's there. Asier with a great rebote. Good catch by Kubala. Kubala comes hard from the right side. CRB's there. CRB with the reverse to the overhead screen. Point 4. Black shirts of post 5. El Barba and Ben receive. Ben moves up to make a good catch. Hard backhand coming way out. Just needed to make contact with that to get it to the front wall. Home run thrown by Ben. Nice. Point 5. El Barba serving 2. Yellow shirts at post 6, Lamonte and Douglas. Reverse by Douglas, feeding the rebote. El Barba on the run. Rebote by Douglas to the outside. That was nice. Point 6. Six has 2 points. Lamonte in this next matchup serves to the white shirts at post 3. Ikeda and Anderluck. Anderluck. That's an underserve. Point 3. Possible game point, trying to stop them. Jedden, Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness from the backhand. Anderluck on the reverse. Catch Almost made. That's point in game. White shirts, post 3. Ikeda and Anderluck. 3 wins it. 1 comes in second. 2, 4, 5, and 6 will pair off and play off for third place. 2 first serves to 4. Nice backhand by Kubala. Tennessee takes it in the air. Juggling ruled on Bueno's catch, point 4. 5 now serves to 6. The winner of this point meets 4 in the continuing playoff for third place. Douglas from the backhand. Here's El Barba. Point 6. Four serve 6. This is show point. Playing for third place here. Underserve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That was under. Point and a third place finish for post 6. Douglas and Lamonte. Unofficial order finish 3-1-6. Actually, it's now official. Coming in first, post 3. Ikeda and Anderluck taking second, post 1. CRB and Vuelo. Coming in third, post 6. Lamonte and Douglas.
And again, because Anderluck was replacing the scratch Fred. I mean, Fred is Ikeda's regular doubles partner, so neither Ikeda and Fred or the team of Anderluck and Diaz will get any points. That's just a win that goes towards the field, if you will. And then, as you said, only wins with your assigned doubles partner. So scratches do not count for the overall total, so no movement in those win totals.
But both players do get $100.
Yes,
that's
so
right.
good for them.
We pay
Yes,
$100
yes.
for each win, and something unique to Magic, many things unique to Magic City. When we play doubles, we double the prize money. I know, that's something else.
I heard it's a novel concept.
Other highlight players
yeah.
will look at that and go, they what? It's a nice thing we're able to do. The high five, 5-2-1-5-3. 3 of 5 numbers returning $41. Quinella, 1-3. That's first and second in any orders. That's 1-3 or 3-1. Returning $36.20. Trifecta, 3-1-6. 217 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Game 8 in this 9-game performance. Game 8 played 2. 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 8 closes out today's Mighty Ocho. There are no scratches in Game 8. Post time for our 8th game is just 7 minutes away.
And now the doubles play is done for the day, Stu. Update the overall standings. So that last game, no one gets credit for the win. The teams that place and show will get credit for those in fantasy if you're playing that. So overall standings, looking at the doubles, 1 day left in this week. Team of Douglas and Lamonti still on top. They have 14 wins in this doubles tournament. Tennessee and Bueno with 7, and Kubala and Asier in a tie, also with 7 wins. So 2 teams tied for that second place. We pay out 2 spots in the doubles, 3 for the singles. So a tie there for second place going to be pretty big. That could come down to the wire. I mean, you see a lot of teams, Douglas and Lamonti, a little bit ahead of the pack now. There's still a lot of games left. Never know what could happen. Remember last year in that second doubles tournament, Bradley and CRB came from pretty much nowhere and stormed back to get that second place check. So still a lot of highlight to play there. And then you see the wins of those other teams outside of Douglas and Lamonti, 7-7, 5-5, 3-2-2. And Jedden and Cool Fitness have played half as many games. They have yet to get on the board with a win, but that's going to come down to the wire. Really good play in that doubles. So we'll see tomorrow how the week ends up.
And like you mentioned, play first and second in the doubles championship. We have a few doubles championships that are played, probably at least 3 this year.
Yes.
Two that we know, but probably 3. This first doubles championship will run now through June 27th, I believe it is.
Yep.
And it's $10,000 for first place, split between the 2 players, $5,000 for second place. And some have asked, well, how is it possible that a highlight player in the 21st century could make over $100,000? Unless, of course, you're one of these magnificent names like Goycochea and these other guys playing over in Spain. Well, here between the win, place, and show money, your base salary, which is paid year-round, and these championships. The singles championship, which covers the entire season, plays $15,000 first place, $10,000 for second, $5,000 for third. These doubles championships at $10,000 and $5,000 for first and second place. Put that together with everything else, yeah, it's not only possible, I think it may have happened.
Yes.
So up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 8. Once again, there are no scratches in Game 8. Closes out the Mighty Ocho, and we're just 3 minutes away.
A little bit surprising note in the doubles there. The team of Ben and El Barba, and a team that I've been particularly hot on in previous weeks, but this week haven't been able to find the board really that much at all. 1 place for the team of Ben and El Barba in 13 games. $5 value in that fantasy, so kind of a dud there if you took them in the fantasy. Only 3 points. But Stu, I mean, both of these guys, we talked about how much Ben has really improved, and El Barba too. I mean, one of the guys that consistently takes down Douglas. If any team I see making a big jump from the bottom of the pack right now, it would almost have to be that team of Ben and El Barba. Too much talent to say otherwise. It
really is, and it's a day-to-day thing. It's one thing that folks who know Jai-Alai know that Jai-Alai, the best players in Jai-Alai. So our player manager, for instance, Ara Michelena of that generation, obviously Joey Bolivar Uriarte of that generation, or Bea Chiruka Chamelo of the prior generation. What made them great was their consistency. It was the fact that they played Jai-Alai beautifully, no question about that. And obviously, each had something very special about how they played. Joey's rebote, or the costado, or in Ara's case, his right side, in his singles play, Sisa singles play. But consistency, those players that you can go in, and when you're looking at the matchup, you say, well, who do I leave out? Yeah, I'm going to bet 3 numbers here. Who do I leave out? And it's like, well, I can't leave Joey out. I can't leave, and obviously we have one version of that here is how do you leave Douglas out of a trifecta bet or a multiple trifecta combination? But it's the consistency day in and day out. So consistency is something that's developing here at Magic City Jai-Alai, but also consistency as a team, because then you got 2 guys that have to increase their consistency. Two guys, in this case, 2 guys at varying different levels of play. Usually, the way these teams are handicapped is a stronger player with a weaker player. So we'll see. This is Game 8, a spectacular 7 singles match played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving red shirt at post 1, Ikeda. Receiving blue at post 2, El Barba. There's the serve. Our 8th game has begun. Ikeda from the forehand. Back to the inside. El Barba with a great catch. Ball goes off the tip of El Barba's cesta. Point 1. 1 first up on the board in our 8th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt at post 3. Here's number 7, Ben. Karam by Ikeda, beautifully thrown from the inside, but even better is that catch by Ben and the 3-wall throw. That's going out to the screen. Ikeda was there, but you had to be there perfectly within inches to get to that ball. Great legs by Ben, great power by Ben, great positioning by Ben. Beautiful throw. Point 3. Green shirt at post 4 receives. Carballo. Powerful backhand by Carballo. Rebote comes low, but Ben digs it out. Great catch by Ben. There's the backhand. Beautiful rebote by Carballo. Great catch by Ben. Karam by Ben does not cut out. Carballo's there. That's a tough catch. Beautifully thrown by Carballo. Point 4. The black shirt at post 5 now receives. In this matchup, we have Carballo serving to Jedden. Underserve. Point 5. Yellow shirt at post 6 receives. Here's Kubala. Rebote by Jedden. Kubala makes the catch. Point 6. This next matchup has Kubala serving to Douglas in the pink shirt at post 7. An excellent serve by Kubala. Good catch by Douglas. Rebote. Kubala got out to the front wall. Here's Douglas stepping in at the 8 line. Blasting it to score. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt at post 8, Ron. Strong backhand by Ron. Good catch by Douglas. Rebote missed on the forehand of Ron. Point 7. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return, post 2, El Barba. Great catch by El Barba. Douglas from the forehand. Sends it back to pass. Rebote forehand by El Barba, played beautifully, staying on the wall. Rebote. Missed. Point 2. Here's post 1 in the red shirt, Ikeda. Ikeda from the forehand. El Barba makes a great catch at the 9 line. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Catch by El Barba. El Barba inside. Ikeda's there. El Barba. Difficult rebote to try to make it the side wall. Point 1. Ikeda has 3 points. He serves in this next matchup to Ben in post 3. Ball tipped, point 1. Possible game point for the red shirt at post 1. Ikeda trying to stop them, post 4. Carballo. Reverse 2-all taken in the air by Ikeda. Blasts it back. Wow. Yep. That made it. No, that's an illegal change. That's an illegal change of motion. Caught it on one side, threw it on the other. Great effort by Carballo, though, to try to get that. That was impressive. Yeah, that is impressive, but can't give it to him. Point in game. Red shirt at post 1, Ikeda. 7 serves 2. This is for second and third place. Catch by Elbarba at the 11 line. Back he goes. Here's Douglas. Rebote. Great catch by Elbarba. Reverse 2-all. Scooped by Douglas. Douglas sends that forehand and back. Keeps it away from the overhead screen. Elbarba's there. Elbarba was looking to rifle that. Well played by Douglas and Elbarba. Point 7. 7 places, 2 shows, unofficial order finish 1-7-2 for game 8. Results from game 8 are official. Coming in first, post 1, Ikeda. Taking second, post 7, Douglas. Coming in third, post 2, Elbarba. 1-7-2 is the official order finish for game number 8.
And Ikeda keeping a streak alive. That's now 3 games in a row that he has won. Won that singles game, game 4. Sorry, game 6, then came back and won that next doubles game with Anderluck in game 7, and then game 8. Runs it out. A nice performance for Ikeda. 3 wins his last 3 games. That's what you got to do if you're Ikeda. You know, Douglas always going to be up there for those wins, and it's going to be tough over the course of a long season to beat him, and a guy like Ikeda certainly has the capability to do it. He's got to win as many of these games as possible where he really starts off strong and he's got to close. Did it there. Nice for Ikeda. And we're going to add win, if I'm not mistaken, win, I believe, 16 now, so cut that lead. Was 3 before game number 6, now just down to 1 in the overall standings. 17-16 in favor of Douglas.
How many more games has Ikeda played than Douglas?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Not looking at taking anything away from Ikeda. He's playing great. I'm just
Ikeda,
curious.
yeah, total games percentage 45 compared to 72 for Ikeda.
So Ikeda's played 72 and
72. Douglas has played 45, 17 wins. So yeah, that win percentage total, and those 2 are the top 2 in the money win percentage across the board. Douglas and Ikeda starting out strong here 2020. So Douglas 17 wins in the money, over 62% of the time. Ikeda 15 wins, 13 places.
Wow.
Also, wow, that's unbelievable.
That's great.
Tied with second to only Bueno with 18, and also Ikeda 52%, just over 51% in the money. So nice stats for him there. Prices right now.
Your prices for game 8 are official. The $2 quinella 1-7. That's 1-7 or 7-1. $15.80. Trifecta 172, 248, 20. Mighty Ocho 165, 21, 531, 4 of 8 numbers, returning $15.40. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 9th and final game of the afternoon. A spectacular 9 Superfecta match. Next game is played at 9. That's 9 points, all points doubling after the first round of play. There are no scratches in our 9th game. Post time just about 8 minutes away.
And game number 9 is our only spectacular 9 scoring game of the afternoon. What does that mean? Well, this video will explain just the subtle differences between Spectacular 7 and Spectacular 9. Take a look.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
And that was a little explanation of the Spectacular 9 scoring format, which will be used for this 9th and final game of the performance. The only difference is, if you didn't join us for that video, we'll be playing up to 9 points instead of 7 points, still doubling after the first round of play and all that. And the Superfecta wager is available in this 9th game. We're playing out to 4 spots. The Superfecta similar to the Trifecta, except you got to get the top 4 finishers in the correct order. So slightly more difficult. Your only opportunity to play that Superfecta in game number 9. So a lot of people chiming in. So that was an unbelievable scoop there by Carballo, and you see how maybe he was able to make that play. We have a couple baseball guys on this roster, and Douglas was a pitcher. Tennessee also was a pitcher. Carballo played baseball, but he was an infielder, and if you're familiar with, or maybe outfielder and infielder, but if you're familiar with baseball, the way that they scoop in baseball, it's kind of like the windshield wiper or the around the world like you just saw there for Carballo, and that's maybe a reason why, his scoops look, compared to the other guys, they're just extraordinary. But why was that maybe an illegal change of motion or illegal catch? Some people were just wondering that.
The easiest way to explain it to the Highline novice is that you have to catch and throw the ball on the same side of the body. So there are 2 throws on the right and 2 throws on the left. On the right, and we'll get a little technical here, on the right you have your sidearm.
Yeah.
Then you have your overhand. On the left side of the body, you have your reverse, which we call the backhand. Then you have your costado that you throw from the side. Carballo favors the costado. He favors throwing it from the shoulder. So he'll often catch a ball that moves him naturally into that position. In that case, he made a scoop, but in cushioning the ball, it swung him around to the other side of his body. So even though he was on the ground, he could have scooped that. He could have been sitting on the ground, and as long as he would have kept it in constant motion, not juggled it, and thrown it back from the costado, thrown it back from the shoulder throw on the left side, that would have been fine. Yeah. But no, he swung it around and tried to throw it from the right side. He wasn't trying to get away with anything. It was just he just wasn't going to reel it in.
Unbelievable that he got it, and he was able to get it.
It's impressive looking. It is.
Yeah, no, the scoop, as a fan of other sports, the scoop is, very self-explanatory. You see it in other games, and, we have a couple of those in those top 10s coming up. And last year, Douglas, we talk about the baseball guys with the scoops. Douglas, Tennessee, and Carballo, all of them, and Ikeda, too, for a non-baseball guy. He has some highlight experience. They all make it look pretty cool, and certainly can catch it much better than the rest of the roster there. And also for Ikeda, 4th win of the week there in that game 8, puts him in a tie for Bueno for the weekly win total, 4 wins apiece. So tie for the Golden Cesta Stew going into this game number 9 of the day. We've got all of tomorrow as well, but pretty tightly packed. Also Vuelo with 3 and Tennessee with 3. So if maybe those guys could win a couple of games to begin tomorrow, they could sneak in there. We're ready to begin game number 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, with this serve, we'll begin game number 9, a spectacular 9 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving red shirt, post 1, number 22, Bueno. Receiving blue, post 2, number 13, Douglas. Bueno serves. We begin game 9. Robote by Bueno keeps the ball in play. 2-all by Douglas. Soft touch scores. Point 2. Now receiving the white shirt at post 3, number 12, Ron. Nice backhand by Ron. Good catch by Douglas. That 2-alls off the court. Point 2. Green shirt at post 4 receives. Here's number 1, Anderluck. Strong backhand by Anderluck. Here's Douglas. Low and hard. Anderluck's there. Anderluck passes to the Robote. Forehand Robote fired by Douglas. Good catch by Anderluck. Picata, the big bounce. Brought down by Anderluck. Douglas on the Robote. Scores. Point 2. Our next matchup has Douglas serving to black shirt at post 5, Ikeda. Underserve. Not something you see often here in singles, especially these last 2 singles. Point goes to the 5. Here's post 6, Carballo. Powerful backhand by Ikeda. Robote forehand by Carballo. Beautifully played. Good pickup by Ikeda. Back to the inside he goes. That's a scoop by Carballo. Karam by Carballo. Costado 2-all by Ikeda. What a beautiful combination by both of these players. I mean, a beautiful combination of throws. Yeah, that's highlight. 0.5. Post 7 receives. Kubala. This ball stays away from the overhead screen. Kubala puts it back inside where it scores. That's what you got to do with it. Throw the ball where your opponent's not. Beautifully thrown by Kubala. 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive. Purple shirt at post 8, Jedden. Good catch by Jedden. Strong backhand throw. Robote comes to the 6th line. 2-all Robote. Stopped by Jedden. A great catch. That is an awesome throw by Jedden. He put it over his head the way he needed to. Very nice. 0.8. First round's complete. All points are double. Here's Bueno. Robote by Jedden. Stays in. Robote. Just above the pad and scoring for Bueno. Point one. That was Jedden's interpretive dance for... It's frustrating. We know it's frustrating. Here's Ron Ron. Ron Ron on the backhand. Caught by Bueno. Ron Ron from the backhand. The reverse to low. Point one. One on the board with 4 points. Here's post 4. Anderluck. Powerful backhand by Anderluck. Robote forehand by Bueno. Good catch by Anderluck. That reverse hit the backhand rather hit the overhand screen. Point one. Bueno is on the board with 6 points, but remember 9 points needed to win a superfecta game. Returning, post 2, Douglas. Catch by Douglas. There's a hard throw. That scores. Point 2. Douglas has 5 points. Here's Carballo. Great catch by Douglas. Powerful forehand. God, he kept that on the right side. Tough catch with his back on the wall. Whew. Point 2. Douglas has 7 points and a possible game point. Trying to stop him. Post 5. Ikeda. Hard to the inside. Good catch by Ikeda. He did not have control of the ball. That's point in game. Post 2. Douglas. 2 wins it. 1 places. 5 shows. 7 serves to 8. This is a playoff for 4th place in this superfecta game. The only time we play off for 4th. Great catch by Jedden. Robote forehand by Jedden. Point and a 4th place finish for Kubala. Unofficial order finish 2-1-5-7. Results from Game 9 are official. Coming in first, post 2. Douglas taking second, post 1. Bueno coming in third, post 5. Ikeda taking the quad, post 7. Kubala. 2-1-5-7 is the official order of finish for game number 9. There are the prices. $2 Quinella 1-2. That's 1-2 or 2-1. 22 even. Trifecta 215, first, second, third place finisher. Let's look at the Superfecta 2157 419.80. The Trifecta 153.80.
And Stu, of course, are talking about the Golden Cesta, and just when we were talking about other people, not Douglas, Douglas finds a way to get a win and put his name right back in the mix. So if he can win his both of his doubles appearances tomorrow, and Ikeda, Bueno, Tennessee have an 0 for day, which is possible. I mean, Douglas had an 0 for day to begin the week, so if he can, certainly possible with anybody on the roster, he can slide right back up into first place and take the Golden Cesta. But Ikeda in the lead, tied with Bueno and Ikeda, tied with 4 wins apiece on the week for that Golden Cesta. So both of those guys, they've played 15 games this week, some of the highest on the roster. So they're going to have a couple more opportunities tomorrow, and let's see which one of those will pull it out.
It was a great day. Overall, the play was fantastic today.
Yeah, much better.
Very pleased, and hopefully we can continue that tomorrow. And it's always good to see. It's good for the fans to watch. It's good for us to see. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Saturday afternoon performance of Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. We're glad that you chose to join us this afternoon and invite you to join us again tomorrow when we'll play 9 more action-packed games at 12 noon. That's right, Sunday at 12 noon. We sure hope you enjoyed today's Jai-Alai action at Magic City. Please like and subscribe to the Jai-Alai channel and let us know your thoughts and any questions you might have in the live chat while we're playing. On behalf of the players, staff, management of Magic City Jai-Alai, we thank you for joining us today and hope you will join us again tomorrow at 12 p.m. So for that, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.